Howdy. We're going over name ranges here. So I don't really use them in financial models that much, but a lot of people use them for specific use cases. I don't use them because they're kind of complicated, and they can cause problems when trying to send somebody a template and they don't understand how name ranges work because it's kind of more of an in-depth thing. It's not that complicated, but not everyone knows how to use it, so I don't usually put it in templates. But if you want to use Excel or Google Sheets, which I'll go over both, this can be something useful. Before I get into it, don't forget, go to check out smarthelping.com. I've got advanced templates there for financial models and tracking and reporting. Also, like the video, subscribe. Join the live stream Mondays at 5 p.m. EST. Okay, so name range. The point of it, allow you to reference a range just by naming it instead of referencing the column and tab that it's on. So let's say you have sheet 2 here and data 1. Let's say I've got data 34 and I've got numbers here. Let's say ran between. Okay. And I want to say this name range, column A. So to name a range, you're essentially saying, okay, and normally you just do the whole column, so say everything in column A. I go to formulas, name manager, new, and I'll name it, and it has to be continuous, it can't have spaces. Let's call it range 1. And you can see here's the it refers to here, sheet 2, column A. Okay, and then let's add another one, and we can call the second one B for column B, and we'll call that value, or actually let's call it data point 2. Right, so now we've got 2 ranges here. Now here it's kind of cool. You can do some count ifs, you can do sum ifs with the name ranges, you can just reference them. You could say max of the name range. So there's some uses in when you have kind of database style stuff. So let's say I want to reference that. I could say, okay, give me the max of what I say, data point 2. There you go. And that's the max 3,869. If you go over here, the max 3,869, that's the highest number. So it's pretty cool. I mean, you can reference a name instead of like a cell. It could be when you're writing sum ifs. It's mainly going to be if you're doing custom sheets that your job is, you need to do for your job, and you don't want to keep referencing other columns and other tabs. You can just name the range and then just reference the range name, and that's essentially all that we're doing here. I could also say, okay, count ifs range is data point 2. If it's greater than, let's say 1,000. So there's 26 numbers that are greater than 1,000 in this range, and you could check it. This is greater than 1,000, and you see there's some 26. See right down here. So you can do count ifs, you can do logic against the data points. You could also say count ifs data point 2 and or let's say sum ifs. You can say sum ifs data point 2 if what did I call the first range? I don't even remember. Hold on. And really the point of it is to make referencing easier. Range 1 I called it. Okay. So sum ifs data point 2 if range 1 is, and what did I say? Let's see, data point 1, 2. What did I name these? Data 1, 2, 3. Okay. So if, let's see, let's call this red, blue, red. And you could change the values in the name range, and it keeps the range intact. Green, red, blue. Okay, so I can say this range has all this stuff. And I can now sum ifs if it's equal to green. So there it's summing up everything that's green in data point 2 range if range 1. So you can see you can do count ifs, you can do logic and all this stuff. You can name as many ranges as you want. It's pretty useful. I mean, it's not bad. As long as you keep it organized, and it basically lets you reference a name again instead of trying to say, okay, what tab and what column was that in. There's some uses there, but I think if you work in Excel a lot and do a lot of one-off things for your job, it's probably good to know named ranges because it can make things clean. But for me personally, I don't use it that much because I'm doing templates and I need people to be able to follow formulas and see what's being referenced, and sometimes named ranges can be confusing to people if they've never seen it. But it's definitely useful. Let's go ahead and switch over to our Google Sheet. So named range, let's again, so green, blue, green, yellow, and then put some values here. Okay, so I got some ranges here. Let's say I want to name them. Let's see if I remember how to do this because I haven't done this in a long time. Probably under data tab. And I don't know, oh yeah, you can see drop downs here. For some reason I noticed Excel, when I do a drop down from the ribbon, it's not showing the options. So just try to follow the word, like find the text I'm saying to find to click on. Okay, so here's named ranges. Okay, so here we go. Add range. Oh, very simple. Okay, so let's say range 1, let's call it size. And let's say everything in column B is size. Oh. Come on. There we go. I just want to say all of column B is name and size. Okay. And add another range, we'll call this color. And we'll do color is going to be all of A. There we go. Okay, so I've got A and B as my name ranges. So again, I could say, okay, I want to say, what's the sum of, and I could just say size. There we go. So sum of range size is just summing all these up, 232, 232. I could say count ifs. If size range is, you know, greater than 5 or 4. Oh. Gotta do the parentheses. Greater than 4. And there's 2 values greater than 4. I could do, again, sum ifs if size. And I'm going to sum if size if the color is blue. So blue, you see 2 and a 1, that's equal to 3. There's my sum ifs. If I were to change this to yellow, just 222. If I made yellow more of these, you can see that changes. So there's your name ranges. It's actually quite simple, but and it makes it easier. You know, you're doing less cell references and more like size, or you could just sum ranges. It's kind of nice. Name ranges. I could also say, you know, count A, and that's going to count every value cell in color. So 5, or what's the min of size 1? The lowest value. If I change it to 2, change it to 2. All right, pretty simple. That's all I got for you today. Go ahead and remember to join the live stream and check out smarthelping.com for advanced templates. I will see you on the next one. I'll be doing the Monday. Let's see, what are we doing? I'll be continuing on the mixed-use real estate model, and then I've got actually some other models ready to go that I'm going to build after that. So we're going to be booked up for at least a month and a half probably on stuff. Okay. Take it easy.